Hi there, welcome to the cloud. Let's play some Disney Sorcerer's Arena. I will see you over there. Hi there and welcome back, my friends. It is a new day in the Disney Sorcerer's Arena and we have a new event for all you global launch players. It's the first time that this Toy Story event has rolled around, the Toy Story Showdown, where you can get things like Bo Peep and your Woody and Jessie tokens, as well as the all-important higher tier spells, which are the event exclusives here. And what is new about the event is, as we've been theorizing, that they are going with a more standard template for how these things work, and it is again one of those things where you're going to be earning tokens in exchange for chests. So if you've seen this event in beta, the keys are gone for this event as well. If we go in and have a quick look over here, so you can see they're going with this little coin design, and obviously they're theming it to each event. There's also new tiers, so it goes higher up. So again, they seem to be going for a standard format, so we all know what to expect out of these things. But what is new, which I want to draw your attention to, is up here in the announcement in your inbox. The Toy Story Showdown event is now live, and also you can read this blurb for yourself. Obviously, you're going to be getting your Woody, Jessie, and possibly Bo Peep tokens, but also you're going to get bonus tokens this time around. During the event, you can also earn bonus Woody tokens in the 24-hour chest and bonus Jessie tokens in the loyalty chest. So if you, like me, have been hoarding those for whatever reason, now would be a good time to cash those in. For me personally, I think it's going to be a good investment purely for the spells. So in case they do this again, I guess obviously I'm going to have to save up and go and hoard those again. But for right now, based on the events that we know exist, that's going to be my preference for how to spend these tokens. I'll just show you over here. If we go to my store, there's also all these other new packs. This is obviously the Lion King thing that's still going in Scar's Lair, and then we have this new chest for the event. You also have these packs over here, which seem to be pretty standard now. They are 800 gems on average for a chance of 7 to all the way to a full 7-star unlock at 330 tokens, which is super rare as well. And you can obviously just buy yourself more and more of these coins. So that is what is available. But also the free ones, what we were talking about is these here, the loyalty chests. They've been tagged as well, so it's easy for you to find them, and remind you that the bonus event items are now available in these two chests. And you get these loyalty coins or tokens by completing your dailies. You'll get one a day for that, so it'll obviously take you 3 days to earn one of these. If you see up here, I have 32, so by the end of today's dailies I will be able to get 11 of these chests, which also means it's not even a chance of, it is a guaranteed drop. If you go into these information tabs, it'll always give you the odds, and in this one they're adding the extra drop for you straight up. It's not even a card chance. You are going to get Jessie tokens for sure. You will get one per chest, and it is the same for Woody in your 24-hour chest. Unfortunately, I opened mine before in my usual course of things before we got that announcement, but I will still manage to get that in, as you see, in a couple of hours there when my cooldown rolls around. But also, Woody is a guaranteed 100% chance for a token drop there as well. So over the course of the event, which is 10 days, if you are hoarding those tokens like I did, you are guaranteed as many as those as you can get, but you will definitely get an extra 10 tokens for Woody, which, if you're doing what I'm now calling event math in your head, you should be able to figure out how to maximize your progression in these phases of the event. So the event is the same as all the others now. If you're new to these, they follow a tiered system where you will need one particular character, in this case themed Toy Story, so it's Buzz Lightyear for this one, and you'll need him at whatever star level to get into these different levels of each phase. And as you can see, I got up to level 3 there last time. That's where my Buzz was at. I didn't have him any higher than 3-star at the time, but fortunately he was in my main team for a while, so he went all the way up to 4 stars, and I'm going to be able to unlock these 2 tiers this time around, and also gave myself another bonus 4 guaranteed there, and 5 for level number 5, as well as these DUKE KABOOM tokens for the spell. If you haven't got DUKE KABOOM, you should be able to get him this time around. Even starting out, I managed to get him last time, but as we've looked at in our spell videos recently, this is the one that you really want to focus on. You want the bucket of soldiers, and after that it might be a bit of a stretch for newer players, but then this Ducky and Bunny spell as well, which is an event exclusive, that will be great to get as well. Those are the high value ticket items for me in this event. Obviously Woody, Jesse, and Bo Peep are going to be a nice addition to your roster, but primarily it's the spells you really want to target down here. In terms of the gameplay, nothing too special. It seems to be following the format of the character requirements are the hardest thing for you to do towards these events, and then when you get into the actual battles of these gameplay, they're fairly easy. I would probably say this is one of the easiest that I can remember, if they haven't changed it, which we will find out in just a second when we go in a battle. The first level of this is going to be defeating those weird mannequin ventriloquist puppet dummies that are in Toy Story 4 from the antique store. It's the same for Playtime is Over, which is the second phase. The only time it differs is when you get into this final tier over here called Let's Be Friends, where you will actually be facing Gabby as well as her, what do they call them? Gabby's dummies in that phase for the battle there. But again, not too difficult. The only thing you will have to note in gameplay that is different is that Gabby is invulnerable while her starting allies are on the battlefield. So effectively, if there are any dummies still standing, you will not be able to get to Gabby and take her down. And you need to take her down to win this particular battle. And Gabby's dummies steal helpful effects and spread harmful effects with their basic abilities. That is the same for all of the phases. So let's jump on in here. Like I said, gameplay's not going to matter too much. I'm just going to jump in with the team that I had in there previously. The only requirement for this first one is Buzz, and then you can take in pretty much anyone you want with him, but I am going to just go in with what I put in previously. So that, I believe, was my hero characters at the time anyway. It's a pretty standard lineup that a lot of you are going to have, but like I said, it's not going to matter too much. We're not going to focus too much on the gameplay here because it's pretty easy. You shouldn't really have trouble getting through this event at all, even with lower geared or lower starred characters. So this thing loads. The one thing that is nice about this event, obviously this antique store from Toy Story 4, it's got a nice backdrop for the level here. Let's go in with Mickey and clean these guys up real quick. You can see, not super tanky, don't have a huge health pool, and I'm gonna throw this in here for fun because Toy Story, so definitely DUKE KABOOM. And then just take these out as fast as possible. So not even trying for tactics here, just straight up brute force. Go ahead attacks, and there you go. Easy win. really easy win, and I pretty much guarantee you it's going to continue that way just to make sure. And there we go. Got my DUKE KABOOM, got my Woody, as well as your guaranteed drop for first completion. You will also get the random drop on the tokens for Woody in this phase. You very rarely get any higher, but I think we'll go into that more in another video. Like I said, event math, it's a new thing I'm working on, so we'll probably make a video about that. But on for now, let's go into this next battle, and hopefully, as you'll see, it's not going to be any harder. So it's a nice looking level, so it takes the time to load. And no difference at all. The same amount of dummies, and they might be a little bit higher in health pool, but are just as easy to take down. So actually use DUKE to its maximum effect there and take out a cluster of them. And then let's just keep throwing a few specials just to make it a little more interesting. So still pretty easy to take down. Will take a little longer because they've got higher health pools as you go up the levels, but this is not hard at all, and you will be able to get yourself some wood and hopefully Jesse and eventually Bo Peep tokens and get those guys into your roster. So don't forget, request an attempt from your club. Those are free for your club to send you, and you will be able to cash in on getting some more of these tokens in any one of these phases. If we continue on into the next phase, the only difference in gameplay you're going to encounter here is they have this extra little mechanic of enemies revive unless they are defeated. So it makes it just that little bit harder, but as you've seen before, they're not too difficult to deal with. And also, if I remember correctly, there's less of them. So as you can see, we were working on Woody. I've not quite leveled him up yet. I'm going to need at least another 20 more tokens. Let's just go in here and battle away so you can see how this one works. So back into the antique store, and hopefully we're going to demonstrate for you exactly how this mechanic works. So you really want to pay attention to that turn meter here, and this stun is going to be what you're looking out for once you get them down to the floor like that. So as you can see, he has 2 stun above him here. So he will get back up once those 2 stuns expires, and you have until then to try and clobber the rest of these guys down. And if you don't, one of them will get back up, and you'll have to keep whack-a-moling them down until all of them are down at the same time, and that's when you win the battle. So what I'm going to do here real quick, hopefully, is I'm just going to keep using my basic on a down dummy. So hopefully you can see this first one over here. Once that expires, he will pop right back up. And that is how the defeat all at the same time. There you go. He popped back up because his stun expired, and now we have to deal with him. So obviously you just want to knock them all down as fast as possible now. And that is how you will win this match. So this should be pretty easy once you know how to do it. Apart from Mr. Whack-A-Mole getting back up here again. Seems to be random on how many stun levels they go up when you knock them down. From what I can figure out myself, I believe it's due to how hard you hit them above their health pool when they go down. So now they've got 3, 2, 3, and 2 above them. It should be very easy to knock this last one down, especially with big attacks or spells. DUKE KABOOM for the win, and Aladdin to back him up with one final blow, and there you go. So that is the only difference in the gameplay for the second phase of this event. But you're still just facing all the Bensons, and then finally what we have, should you make it all the way through and manage to get enough tokens to unlock yourself a Jessie as well, you're then going to need to bring Buzz, Woody, and Jessie, and this is where you start earning these coins into the final phase, Let's Be Friends. So last time I obviously managed to get Jessie unlocked, but no further than her original 2-star, and as you can see, do not meet requirements, even though for some reason I've managed to 3-star this event. So I guess when they rearranged the tiers, they upped the requirement on that level too. But for now, let's just go in a battle so you can see how this one works. And as we pointed out before, you now have to defeat Gabby, but you can't do that until you knock down all of her dummies. Let's go in there now with Jessie, who has replaced Aladdin for me. And back into the antique store with a nice little cutscene bringing in Gabby and a bit of a change of scenery. So this one, you're going to have to take down Gabby to complete the battle, but the Benson dummies will not get back up like they did in phase 2. You just have to knock them straight down and they will stay down. So again, this is going to be real easy. Might get a few hits on you like that, but overall the gameplay again not being too, you just need to take these guys out, and I'll just quickly demonstrate before I knock this last one down. If you attack Gabby without taking down the Bensons first, it will not harm her. So send in the Duke one more time, and now Gabby is not invulnerable and out of her pram and vulnerable to all kinds of good attacks like Buzzard here and Jessie's little Kuro critters. But what she will do is generate some new Bensons, and once again she's not in her pram, so she is no longer invulnerable. Even if she generates these new Bensons this time around, just keep on attacking Gabby. I don't want to use that for Jessie. Send some more critters over. And this one will probably do it. There you go. Do not waste your time with the new Bensons that she makes pop up after you clear that first round. Once she is out of the pram, she is vulnerable, and then you can just take her down and win the battle. Ignore the other Bensons. And that is pretty much the Toy Story Showdown event. That's Let's Be Friends, which is the final phase where you're going to start earning these coins. Be sure to cash in your free club request for another attempt. If you're gonna do these refreshes, you may want to figure out for yourself the event math, the amount of tokens you're going to get from a single refresh versus the packs that give you a guaranteed 7+. It's more than likely going to be 8 due to the drop rates there, but you'll have to work that out for yourself, or you can come back and join me in the next video or future video where I seriously break down what I'm calling event math now, which has been coming to me as been looking at how they've restructured these events with these tokens. So hopefully you found that useful. If there's any other questions or comments, please do so down below. It really helps the channel. Like and subscribe so you're not missing a thing and you get all the good Disney Sorcerers Arena info. Until then, I hope you're staying safe and well, and as always, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you next time your head is in the clouds.